If far-stretched theories give you suicidal thoughts, do not watch this video. You have been warned. Who is this guy? In the trailer of Dragon Ball Super episode 55, we see this mysterious Whis looking guy, and Goku will be meeting him. In this video, I'm going to try to assume who he is and how powerful he might be. In Dragon Ball Super episode 54, the Omni-King said he wants to meet Goku. However, the reason is not mentioned. Then in the trailer we see some shots of Zeno-sama, and then we see this small Whis and Vados looking guy. There is not a single official source that confirms who he is, but I'm going to make some wild assumption. We first saw Whis alongside Beerus in the movie Battle of Gods. Most of us from the first impression thought that Beerus is stronger than Whis, and they intentionally made it look like it. I mean, it looked like he's just an assistant of the God of Destruction and the God is supposed to be stronger, right? The way he was just like following all orders of Beerus, it really felt that way. But there's always something in Dragon Ball universe we don't see coming. Yes, here the Attendant is stronger than the God of Destruction. And this isn't an exceptional case either, as we also see Vados is stronger than Champa too. I think the reasoning here is the one who will look after the gods and keep them in the right track must be stronger and wiser. In this case, they are also their martial arts teacher, and also I'm assuming that Whis is a more of a long time project than Beerus, meaning Beerus would at some point be replaced and Whis might still remain as the attendant of the next God of Destruction. Also, there is a balance maintaining factor. These gods are in nature not very stable, and thus we see Whis restoring planets Beerus unintentionally destroys. Whis can reverse time to make things right if Beerus gets out of control. We also see Whis calm Beerus down with just a hit in the back of his head, in other words, knocked him out without any real effort at all. Now, in this trailer we see this guy who is clearly of the same species or kind as that of Whis and Vados. He is smaller in size and you would think that he is training to become an attendant in the future or something like that. Following this, many fans are assuming he could also be an attendant of a God of Destruction of Universe 10. But we also have to keep in mind how DBU works. Smaller characters oftentimes turns out to be the stronger one. The Omni-King, the goddamn god of everything, is action figure sized. Also, this attendant master has a grand symbol and a slightly different costume than that of Whis and Vados. So I'm assuming that he is higher than Whis and Vados. This guy is like the head of all the attendants of the gods. Let's for the time being say he is the god of all attendants, or the master attendant. I think he could be the god of time or something like that. We see Whis have the ability to reverse time, so the head of his kind could as well be in charge of time. But this has no backing and is purely just an assumption. The point I'm trying to make here is, could this master attendant be the attendant of Zeno-sama? Just like Whis and Vados are stronger than the God of Destruction, could this guy in a surprising twist also be stronger than the God of everything and is still his attendant? I don't think the concept is impossible. If Whis and Vados can be stronger than gods, then the strongest of their kind could be stronger than the strongest of the god kind. There are some mysterious scenes which adds up to this theory. When we first saw Omni-King, Beerus and Champa bowed down to him along with the Kaioshins, but Whis and Vados didn't, and it seemed like that's how it's supposed to be. So that could be a clue that they might have their own superior to whom they bow down to. And this little blue nigga could be the guy we are looking for. There are some things that oppose the theory, like for example when Omni-King appeared in the Universal Tournament, he didn't have that master attendant with him. But Omni-King might have his very own code and doesn't need him all the time. Some fans think that this guy is just another attendant of a God of Destruction from Universe 10. They are visiting him regarding the Zamasu Goku Black problem. Well, that's a possibility and might just be the case, but in defense of this theory, In the trailer, Zeno-sama and the Master Attendant have the similar type of background, and it is also not like the background of the type of planet where the God of Destruction stays. We also actually see the planet where he is from. Most probably the trailer wasn't trying to confuse us. It's a mushroom-shaped planet or place and probably is where Omni-King resides. Now the thing is, if he's in Omni-King's place and from his appearance he is an attendant too, then him being stronger would make a lot of sense and would maintain the logic of Whis and Vados being stronger than Beerus and Champa. Anyway guys, I'd like to remind you that it's only a theory. Actually, just because I made a video from this theory doesn't mean I think this will for sure happen. I like to talk about all kinds of theories and stuff about DBS. The likely ones, the unlikely ones, the crazy ones, anything that I find interesting. So don't bet on my words, that's how my channel is going to run forever. If you like this, subscribe to my channel for everything Dragon Ball and